welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian. On this channel I talk about everything nursing, lifestyle, motherhood, beauty, and all that good stuff. Today I'm coming to you with another news. As always, it's about doctors really, and not nurses. So I was doing a research as usual, and I found a website actually posted on a group, and I thought to share it with you all. So it's about doctors who are in the UK as refugees. So if you have a doctor, a doctor friend who is in the UK presently, not practicing as a doctor, could be a refugee or somebody who is trying to apply for their registration as a doctor. There are so many categories of people who have done the examinations, those who have license to practice elsewhere, different categories of doctors anyway. Those who have not gotten their GMC, General Medical Council license to practice as registered doctors in the UK. So if you know anybody like that who is a refugee especially, so the GMC did a publication saying doctors in this category can actually be registered as medical support workers and work under supervision in the foundation category. So as medical doctors, you're able to work as either F1, F2s, or a registrar, and foundation doctors are like newly qualified doctors who come into the practice and work as doctors, and they're usually called foundation doctors or F1 doctors. So what Council is saying, if you're a medical doctor who is a refugee in the country, we know you have the skill, however you've not gotten your GMC registration for some reason. There could be a lot of reasons why people have not gotten their registration. So if you fall into this category, you can be registered as a medical support worker. Now you're going to bring your wealth of knowledge as a medical doctor into the front line to help in this COVID crisis and in the capacity of a foundation doctor. So foundation doctors basically do routine checks of patients, see patients in the ward, do ward rounds, and then usually when they do ward rounds, they are accompanied by consultants, registrars, F2s, which is foundation doctors in the next level or in their second years of practice. So the council is saying if you are a doctor in that capacity, or you're a registered doctor, or you're a medical doctor, a medical graduate, you have a medical certificate, however you're not registered in the UK as a medical doctor because you need the General Medical Council license to practice as a doctor in the UK. So if you have not done this, that is, you've not written your English examination and passed them, you've not done the PLAB examination and you've not passed, or you've written and you've not passed, and you're a refugee, so whatever situation you find yourself or whatever category you fall into, they are saying you can be registered as a medical support worker and you bring your wealth of knowledge as a medical doctor under supervision to work as a foundation doctor. So even if you pass your PLAB examination anyway, you're supposed to work as a foundation doctor. The difference is if you've practiced a year before you got your medical license, you become an F2, which is foundation year 2 instead of a foundation year 1. But in this case, you're going to be a medical support worker, but understanding the fact that you have a medical background as a medical doctor, you are going to be working as a foundation doctor under supervision in this crisis and this situation. So if you're a doctor who has not practiced for a very long time and you're wanting to give out your expertise, this is an opportunity for you. So even if you're going to be a medical support worker, you're going to be doing this in the capacity of a foundation doctor, which is a newly qualified doctor in his first year of practice. So it's not so much of a bad idea. So if you do know anybody, a family, a friend, relative, or anybody who is in the process of writing their medical examination, who doesn't know this information, do well to pass the information across to them. And if they are in the UK, do well to pass the information across to them to go ahead and get registered with the GMC so they can be registered as medical support workers and they can give their input in the front line, helping to save lives in the capacity of foundation doctors, in the capacity of newly qualified doctors, however without registration, if you know what I mean. So anybody that who is a medical doctor, has a medical certificate, however has not gone through all it takes to become a registered doctor in the UK, Presently, the DMC has said they can be registered as a medical support worker and they can give their input to help in this crisis. And once you've done this, I'm sure somebody's going to be happy and excited to at least get their hands on to do what they love doing as medical doctors, though in another capacity or with another name. Okay, so you're working as a doctor, however, with the title medical support worker. Okay, so it's a good thing. I think it's just them being inclusive, just to get enough hands that they can get to help support in this situation, because we know it's really biting hard, and they can make do with every help that they can get. The Nursing and Midwifery Council has done the same. They've included both return to practice nurses, they've included overseas nurses who have not even gotten the registrations yet. They're including people who have retired in the last 3 years, even in the last 5 years now. They are calling them back to come back to register in temporary register. Well, this is an opportunity for doctors, so if you know anybody, do well to let them know. I'm going to leave the link in the description button below of this video. Do well to check it out and let anybody that you know get to find this information. It could be helpful to somebody, you never know. So do well to share this video and like and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next one. Thank you for watching. As always, I love you all. Bye for now.